A brand new show has entered the Walking Dead universe. World Beyond. Did it deliver? Keep watching. Thank you for watching the show. Here we cover everything in movies, TV shows, and entertainment as a whole. And today we're talking about the brand new series of The Walking Dead, World Beyond. If you're not too familiar with World Beyond and you've seen some of the trailers, then you can tell that the World Beyond is connected to the main storyline in the way that we see the CRM, which is the group that took Rick away in season 9. We are introduced to Elizabeth, which is the main protagonist from the CRM. We are also introduced to our very unlikely heroes, which are Hope, Silas, Iris, and Elton. Now, they are all teenagers with no experience of the world of The Walking Dead outside the walls of the Nebraska community. This takes place in Nebraska 10 years after the outbreak. So they've been living in this college campus, which is a big campus, and it's a pretty big community. I'd say is the second largest community we have seen in The Walking Dead. With, if you don't know anything about the Commonwealth, which is going to be the scenario for season 11 of the main series, the Commonwealth is the biggest, by far, community of The Walking Dead, with thousands of people, sports leagues, and bakeries, and movie theaters, and I mean, it's legit. As I mentioned before, World Beyond takes place 10 years after the outbreak, and it's located in Nebraska. We follow the two leads of the series, Iris and Hope, which are sisters, and their father, Leo Bennett. He is a scientist. He's considered to be one of the most intelligent people of what's left of the world, and the CRM has recruited him to work on some things. Trouble starts knocking on the door when Iris and Hope go a while without hearing from their dad. They used to get daily updates, weekly updates from the dad, and now they haven't heard from him in months. The CRM comes to the Nebraska campus, which is called the campus community, and checks in and see how things are going. They have a CRM representative there, and Hope, to say the least, does not like the CRM one bit. Now, Iris, she is more of your centered, calm, leader-esque type character that takes responsibility very seriously. She's not the kind of person to just, sit back and relax. She's always working on something. She's always responsible for something. And Hope is the opposite. She is the wild card. She is the sort of like the Darrow, but more outgoing. The other two supporting characters, Elton, apparently he is a very legit karate person because he's one of the karate instructors there, even though he's a teenager and looks 15. And then we have Silas, which is your tall and awkward person, Eugene-esque sort of guy, but more like if Eugene were to have brute strength. And Silas is not as smart as Eugene from what we've known so far. Elton's more of the smart character of the show alongside Iris. Now, the Nebraska college campus is one of 3 main alliances. They also have an alliance with Portland. Why they didn't explain, how they didn't explain. But they have an alliance between the Nebraska campus, the Portland community, and the CRM community, which stands for Civic Republic. Oh boy! And if you were wondering if the CRM are good people, spoiler alert, they're not even one bit. Before we move on, if you liked the content so far, if you've learned anything, anything of value, please click the like button underneath, click the subscribe button, and ring the bell so you get the notifications every time a video comes out and you don't miss anything. So as Hope and Iris learns that their dad is in trouble, they have what it seemed to be a heartfelt conversation with Elizabeth. Elizabeth gives them a map to say, hey, I know you've been wondering about your dad. He's been working very hard. This is where he's at. Don't worry, everything's fine. But please don't tell anybody this, because if you say anything, I'm going to go to jail. I shouldn't be telling you where he is and where he's working on. But this is where he's working on, and this is where he's at. Now, Hope and Iris do not trust Elizabeth. They don't think that she's been telling them the whole truth about what's going on with the CRM and the other communities. So they decide to leave and explore the world for themselves, by themselves, in search of their dad, with the map that Elizabeth has provided to them. So they are traveling on foot to New York. Silas and Elton happen to be in the room when they're making that decision, and they tag along. Now it's very interesting what they have set up here as far as Elton and the two sisters, especially Hope, because at the midway throughout the episode, you see that Hope very early on ended up killing somebody, a woman that killed their mother, a pregnant woman. And then later on, we come to find out that that pregnant woman is the mother of Elton, which, come on, Scott Gimple. It's kind of lazy writing, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. That's one of the bigger flaws that I have with the show. The fact that Hope was the one that killed Elton's mom, and Elton has no idea, because Elton said that the last time he saw his mom, she was pregnant with his little sister. He had made something for his little sister, but never got to give it to them. So that's surely going to come back and bite Hope in the ass, for sure. Now, as I said before, I told you the CRM are not good people, and you get to find it out with one of the best cliffhangers I saw, not only from The Walking Dead and Fear of the Walking Dead, in general, which they pan to the college campus and you see the entire community gunned down by the CRM. They literally went through the entire Nebraska community and killed every single person there. Hope, Iris, Elton, and Silas, they did not know that this has happened, because they are already on the way traveling. Now, they are being followed by two people that are good people from their community, a guy that's in charge of looking after the two sisters. And they're both soldiers. It's a guy and a girl. They're both soldiers, and they're following. And they also do not know that this has happened to their community. And the hit is out on Iris and Hope, as Elizabeth learns that they are not in the community when the slaughter happened. But now she knows exactly where they're going. So The Walking Dead World Beyond sets up an interesting plot. Some things felt really short. Some things were really cheesy. I originally had kind of given it like a 7 out of 10, but I think I'm going to go back and I'm going to give The Walking Dead World Beyond a 6 out of 10, just because of some of the things that happened, some of the very cheesy stories, especially connecting Elton to the girl's mom, and then some of the one-liners. And then, they don't really explain much about Elton and Silas. So it's just kind of like, who are these people? And you barely know these people, and they're teaming up with you in the search of your dad. So it's kind of a little bit hard to believe some stuff in there. And I think they could have done a better job in explaining everything. So I think 6 out of 10 is kind of being generous, but it does set up some interesting things. I hope they don't lose us with the plot, kind of like Fear the Walking Dead lost itself. But that's it. If you liked everything, drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.